Well, welcome everyone to this wonderful class on a low-tech strategy to get more listings. I've been able to at least say hello to some of the attendees. You'll be on mute. Feel free at any point in time to unmute yourself, ask a question if you don't understand something, but by all means, feel free to raise your hand, or you can also put a question in the chat box and we'll look at the chat box at the end of the presentation. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about the real estate industry, a marketing strategy that I consider pretty easy to adopt and use to get additional listings in the neighborhood that you care to farm. And we're going to talk a little bit about how to win every listing presentation with what I call the killer listing presentation. We're going to take a sneak peek at it. We're not going to spend that amount of time on it. It's a separate class in and of itself. Today we're going to try and talk about how to get in front of people who we can present the killer listing presentation to. So my name is Glen Marino. I am the Chief Strategist for Free Help for Illinois Real Estate Agents. I'm also the Business Development Manager for First Centennial Mortgage. We do have some other people over at First Centennial in Naperville that are known as the Marino team. Let me see if I can bring them up for you. Here they are. There's Tony Marino, who's the branch manager. There's Tanya Reyes. She's our mortgage loan officer. And you saw and heard from Ben Rosales. He is our loan coordinator and marketing coordinator and does a fantastic job of staying in contact with not only clients, but with our realtors also, and as well as our prospects. Going back to the agenda, let's talk a little bit about the real estate industry. What do we know what's happening in today's marketplace? Well, there's inflation. Inflation is causing people to see a rise in their property values. Great. We're seeing, however, rising interest rates. The rising interest rates are slowing demand for housing. The people that previously qualified when rates were below 3% are having a harder time qualifying when the interest rates are at 5 3/4, at 6%. So we're seeing a challenge in the real estate industry in keeping a higher demand. Demand is slowing down because of these higher interest rates. Also because of the higher purchase prices. It's, some of the real estate values are getting outside of people's affordability range. For the first time, and again, you guys can tell me, we're seeing price reductions. Which, that hasn't been the case for many months. You would put a property into the MLS, and it didn't take long before you were seeing that property had multiple offers within days of being in the MLS. Well, now some of the, my friends in the realtors in this marketplace are saying, Glenn, we're seeing price reductions now. We're starting to see that with higher interest rates, less people being able to afford the housing, we're seeing price reductions. Well, to me, that means that you can't just be a realtor that puts a property into the MLS and it's going to go on to automatic sale. You're going to have to differentiate yourself as a realtor such that why should they list with you? There's other realtors in the neighborhood. Why list with you versus someone else? Which means, in my opinion, you got to make yourself look like a green fish in the goldfish bowl. There's a lot of different realtors out there. If you're all going to look alike, if you're all going to market the same way, you're all going to look like goldfish. But if you can differentiate yourself, if you can be a green fish, that green fish is going to stand out and is going to be someone that a potential seller is going to pay attention to. So again, are you a green fish or are you a goldfish? What is your unique selling proposition for buyers and sellers? And so today we're going to talk a little bit about a strategy that makes you unique, makes you stand out. We're going to talk about property website. We're going to talk about text codes. We're going to talk about landing pages that allow them to find out what their home is worth. So again, we're going to try and make you different than, say, somebody else who just sends out a postcard or a flyer that says, I'm a realtor in the neighborhood, come list with me. The question I have for many of you on the line is, do you have a written focus strategy for 2022? Or do you run with whatever comes your way? Do you systematically market to expireds, to FSBOs, or to other agents? There is an academy that I call the Realtor Internet Marketing Academy, and it has approximately 15 different classes on there, 15 different strategies that you can view. You can adopt some, don't need to adopt all, and they can be found at https://gmarino.valuedlender.com. I'm just going to show you a couple of them so that you get an idea before we get into today's class what that might look like. So here is the gmarino.valuedlender site. And if you go over here to the tab called Recorded Realtor Marketing Classes, you're going to see here's this killer listing presentation that we're not going to cover today. That's going to be at the next class. This presumes in that killer listing presentation that you've already got a client to talk to. There's class number 2, how to win every expired listing. Class number 3, how to win every FSBO. In between, here's how to win every expired listing, spending 5 minutes each morning. It does involve hiring a virtual assistant for $35 a month, and that virtual assistant does come from agent marketing. I consider it to be a great value. If I was a realtor, I would spend $35 to have somebody else do my data entry, do my creation of my property websites, coordinate with them, allow them to post my listings into my social media accounts. All that comes with that virtual assistant. There's also how to post your listings into 7 of the busiest social media sites. Many of you haven't had to do that most recently because if you got it into the MLS, your listings were sold. Or if you're coming to this class and you've been a buyer's agent and you've been frustrated that you've spent your weekends going out with people, looking at properties, making offers, getting them declined, asking the client to up the earnest money, to buy the property as is, to overpay for it, some, $10, $20, $50,000, and still lost the offer. Well, maybe you're on here then saying, I'd like to take a look at how easy can it be for me to become more of a seller's agent, that maybe I have the weekends to myself and I can start listing properties. It also has how to create a dynamic personal website, how to create a Facebook listing page, and so much more. I'm not going to go through all the classes at this point in time. I just want you to know where it's located. And by the way, I'm going to be sending out the agenda for this class and this sample door hanger that we're about to make, and as well as a recording of this class. So you can go back and you can review this class that we're in today. Okay, going back to the agenda. So we found that all the classes are recorded at the gmarino.valuedlender.com site. Now that you know where some of the strategies can be found, let's look at this, I call it this low-tech strategy to get more listings. What it is it's a door hanger with a QR code with links to property websites, with links to a landing page, and text code. Sounds overly complicated, but it's rather simple, something that we're going to create here within 5 minutes. So let's just take a look at what this door hanger looks like. Okay, this door hanger, and you can see it's already pre-cut. This circle represents where you would put it over someone's door handle, mailbox flag. You know, again, we can't go inside a mailbox and put any type of literature in there. So, you know, door hangers are kind of a nice thing to be able to create. This is an Avery label 16150. This Avery 16150 is on the agenda that you'll receive. So if you don't remember it, you'll see it on the agenda when I email it out to you. It comes 2 to a page, and it basically says, thinking of selling? Check out why sellers are listing with me. This could be your home. My thoughts are that if you guys were to create, say, print 500 of the, first create the door hanger itself, what we're seeing here. And I'm going to show you how to do that. You take it in digital form to a printer and you say, print me off 500. There's 2 to a page. When there's a bifold down the middle here, perforated, you break them in 2, and now you got 1,000 door hangers. Well, just start going down one side of a street, 100 houses on one side with a cup of coffee and the dog, cross over, come back 100 houses, do it on a nice sunny day. People are outside this time of year, landscaping, clipping bushes, mowing the lawn. You might just meet some people in the neighborhood that you want to be known as the go-to realtor. Put it on their door. Once they take it inside, it says, check out this seller's property website. You're letting them know, you know, this could be your home. Check out this seller's property website. Well, it's this HTTP 5907. This was created automatically with an agent marketing account that I give to you free of charge. So let's take a look at what is this, you know, what is this website? Well, let's finish the door hanger first, and then we'll go look at each component. So it's got a website that they can go check out. Then it says, see the virtual tour and the pictures. It says, text this number to 79564. 79564 happens to be the host computer in California where all of these property websites are held. We're going to, later on, I'm going to ask each of you to take out your cell phone and text the 2 where it's going to is going to be the 79564. And in the message box, you're going to text 542-2119, and you're going to see what happens, what downloads into your phone. It's going to be an amazing property website that's going to download into this seller's hand. Whether they're curious or not about selling now or later, they're going to be very impressed with the fact that you're showing them a property website that you've got this text code that downloads into potential buyers' hands if they were ever to list their home. This text code can go onto what's called a sign writer that sits on your yard sign, such that as people drive by and see this, hey, for more information on this house, text 542219 to 79564. And from curbside, they can see all the pictures that you put into the MLS. They'll see a virtual tour. It's really quite amazing. So again, that goes onto the flyer, onto this door hanger. Obviously, your picture, your contact information goes onto this door hanger. Beautiful picture of the front of the house. And last but not least, we're just going to say, give your home great exposure. I'm going to give you a 3. I'm going to, if I'm the realtor of choice, if you're thinking of selling, I'm going to do a 3D virtual tour. I'm going to get you listed in the MLS. I'm going to put you into major realty and social media sites, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. I'm going to make sure that your open house is widely advertised. Would you want to know what your home is worth? Click this link, or if they're more sophisticated, they can just use a QR code scanner, scan this code, and it'll take them right to your landing page. Either one of these is your landing page for them to find out what your home is worth. So again, let's take each piece apart, and then we're going to create it. So check out this website. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over to Jake Kilt's agent marketing account, and let me just get us out of the way a little bit here. Okay, so here's the property that we were working on, this 5907 Rosenweed Lane. All right, the property website looks like this. So if somebody were to put that URL into their browser, it would take them to this wonderful property website. Looks great, gives them an overview of what's going on with the property, 5 bedrooms, 6 bath, 5,000 square feet, the lot, and it's priced at $700,000. It also is going to have tours. Here's a virtual tour. It comes with music. I am not going to play the whole virtual tour, but it does create for you a free virtual tour if you're not interested in going out and buying a virtual tour from a third party. It will take the MLS pictures and it will zoom in and zoom out, zoom left and zoom right, creating a virtual tour for you. Under maps, it's going to give them a property map. It's going to show the location of where the house is in case they're, they want to go from being virtual to actually physically driving. They can then find where this house is. Perhaps they want driving instructions. If they enter their phone number down here and hit send map, it'll send them a map quest of turn left, turn right. Here's how you get to this particular home. It also comes with what's called an aerial view. An aerial view is if you're flying around in a little helicopter and now you can go through the neighborhood. Is this the only house in this subdivision? Or all I'm doing is I'm grabbing my mouse and dragging it, and I can see, oh, it looks like there's other homes of equal size, probably of equal value. Looks like it's a well-maintained home. Oh, my neighbor next door does not have, a broken down vehicle on milk crates that's sitting in the front yard. This is a decent neighborhood. It also comes with what's called a street view. And a street view allows you to get into a virtual car and you can then drive the neighborhood. So again, with the virtual car, it is on, this is on Rosenveen Road. And so you can then start driving down the road and seeing everything at street level. And again, you can see how people are maintaining their lawns. You can see what's in their driveways. It gives them a great perspective. And so again, nice feature that has been created with this property website. And again, I'm going to tell you that to create a property website, we'll talk about that after I finish going through it. It's very, very easy to create. In addition, it's going to give you payment information or them payment information about a 30-year fixed, a 15-year fixed, and an adjustable rate. I'm not going to go through that. For more information, it's going to give you a find out more. Perhaps they looked at the house and they want to know, give me more information about this house. And they can put a message down here that says, beautiful home. Does it come with a basement? Is the basement finished or unfinished? How tall are the ceilings? Maybe they're looking at possibly, finishing off the basement and making it an entertainment room for the family. When they're done with their message, they can then type in the anti-spam word "knows" and they send the message and it goes directly to you, the realtor. They also have area schools. What they're going to do here is the subject property is in the light blue here. And then you've got all the elementary, the middle, and the high schools. Let's say that you don't, your son or daughter is not of high school age, so you don't want to look at the high schools. Maybe you just want to look at the elementary schools. So now you can see the different schools. You can, here, if this is the subject property, maybe this is the closest one, you want to click on it. And it's going to give you a listing of the schools and they're rating 10 out of 10. These are 10 out of 10s, 9 out of 10s. Then they obviously go 8, 7, 6. But and each one of them has a blue link allowing them to look at the school itself, its mission statement, when is spring break, what is their school curriculum? Is this a school that, I believe my son or daughter should go to? So kind of cool information there. It also comes with city demographics. I believe this home is in Naperville. Yes, it is. So it's going to give you information. You can download this place. It's going to give you a whole bunch of statistics about median income, population, the average age. You go, wow, average age 38.7. I've got young children, so that's going to mean, there's going to be other young children for them to play with. Versus if the average age was 60, you'd say, well, that's that sounds like more of a Florida area where my children are not going to have a lot of little playmates. This might not be the place for us to buy. Last but not least, it comes with brochures, and you, the realtor, you pick which one of. There's 9 different brochures. All they have to do is click download, and then they can print it. And this template takes the front of the house and takes about 4 interior pictures. Looks like a beautiful home, and it takes the description from the MLS and puts it in here, obviously showing your contact information, and also reminds them that they can get this property website downloaded by texting 5422119. Kind of a cool property website. Okay, great. I've taken your door hanger inside, and I've looked at this, and I go, not bad. Now, how are you going to create a property website? Well, one, if you have a listing in the MLS, you can create it. I'm not going to go through how to create it today. It is part of the killer listing presentation, but you can go to class number 1 under that gmarino.valuedlender.com, and it'll show you how to manually create your own property website using the listing in the MLS. The second way you can do it is you can set it up on auto creation. There is within agent marketing, there is a auto create. Every time you put it into the MLS, it will automatically create this property website. This was automatically created for Jake Kiltz because he's set up on automatic. The third thing, and again, some of you might say, well, I don't have a listing, Glenn. We know that there's just not a lot of inventory. So, I don't have a listing at this point in time. Not a problem. There are listings out there. Go to one of the agents that's in your firm and ask them, may I please advertise your listing for free? And they go, what do you mean? Well, I've got this really cool agent marketing site that creates property websites, text codes. I can put a sign writer on the yard sign. It creates 9 different brochures. I'd love to help advertise this listing. You got to remember, they're the seller's agent. They're getting only 50% of the commission. The other 50% is going to the buyer's agent. Wouldn't that be great if you were the buyer's agent because you got permission to advertise this? And again, if you start going through some of the classes within that gmarino.valuedlender site, you're gonna order up a sign writer and put it on the yard sign, because every time someone texts 5422119, you're going to get a notification that somebody just texted for information on that property. You're going to be the one that can create flyers and brochures. You're going to be the one that can then do a Facebook listing page. You're going to be the one that can put this listing then into Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. There's all sorts of things you can do once you get permission. So you'll be, you can then work for getting buyers, but at the same time, because now you've gotten permission from the listing agent to use that listing, all you need is their MLS number. Let me repeat, all you need is the MLS number. You put the MLS number into agent marketing and it will automatically create the property website. It will draw, it'll download all of the pictures, all of the information, all of the description into your agent marketing account. And now you have a property website, much like Jake Kiltz has on his properties, automatically created. Great opportunity for you. So assuming that, you've been able to create that property website, and you're helping to market other agents' accounts. Let's go back to the door hanger again. And the door hanger says, see the virtual tour in the pictures. Now, this is where I would like you all to take out your phones. I'm taking out mine. I want you to go to your text. I want you to text. So I'm going to my messages. I'm going to create a new one. The recipient on my phone is going to be 79564. Same thing for you, 79564. And then in the message box, you're going to type in 5422119 and hit send. It might take a second. Mine came through already. And now I have this beautiful property website on my phone. And all I have to do is click the blue link. What I would do if I were you, do you see where it says Mobi? Look at the links above the picture. It says for pics, go to HTTP, and it says qmls.mobi. Click that. And when you do, mine is asking me and again, it's a great, we'll do this at a later class. It's asking me to put in my name, my phone number, my email. It's a capture page, but and again, it's an option. You do not have to have this in front if you want people to automatically see the property website. Down in the lower left corner, there's a no thank you. Click no thank you. And now you're looking at the property website. And in the upper right corner, there's 3 bars. When you press it, it gives you all the tabs that we just went through: the photo gallery, the virtual tour, the maps, the payment, the more information, the brochures. People are seeing on their phone just what we looked at. And as you and I both know, more people are using their phones. It's always in their hand. It's always nearby. And now what you've done is you've showed this seller that you've got all of the capability of creating a property website and putting into mobile application form. You've got virtual tour, you've got brochures, all in mobile application. I'm getting some notifications. I think people are being able to see this on their phone. Again, go in the lower left corner where it says no thank you to get past the capture form page, which again, I like the capture form page, but I'm not trying to slow you down today. And again, it's, if we do some Facebook posts with this, perhaps anybody who wants to see the photo gallery, the virtual tour, we'll want to use that contact form page for us to capture their name, their email. But today, I just want you to get it all the way through to your phone. Anybody get that on their phone? You might have to unmute yourself to say yes. I know I'm getting quite a few notifications, so I'm making the assumption that you're getting these. You're getting the full property website onto your mobile phone. Okay, so let's move on with the door hanger. So you got your contact information, a picture, and now what we're going to be looking at is, is this HTTP. This is your landing page. You want to know, would you like to know what your home is worth? Well, again, that is in, and I'm going to show you where that can be found. That's going to be found in, this is Jake's agent marketing account. It's going to be found under personal websites. And on the far right-hand side, there's something called pre-built sites, see my sites. And there's this thing called the CMA report. And it allows you to use URLs, 3 different URLs. They all go to the same place. It's from a marketing point of view. What do you want your landing page to be known as? Well, I don't necessarily like the CMA report because we in the real estate industry know what a CMA report is, but maybe the public doesn't understand it. And is it a neighborhood report or is it a market analysis? You're truly trying to give them a market analysis of what their home is worth. So I like the first one here. And when I click on it, this is where that link is going to take them to. Do you know the value of your home? Take 30 seconds and find out. And so again, this is free to you guys. It's already created. When you create your own agent marketing account, you get this landing page free of charge. So again, let's just say for sake of discussion, I wanted to know what my home was worth at 1155 South Ray Street in Denver. Okay, so I'm going to hit submit. Right now, Jake Kiltz is probably going, what the heck is Glenn doing? Because when a person hits the submit button, it sends an email notification and a text message to the realtor saying, hey, somebody's looking for what their home is worth. It says, then give me your email address because we've located your property. And I'm looking at the little red dot and yep, I live in this area near Wash Park in Denver. And it says, enter your email address. Well, my email address happens to be glen.marino.gm@gmail. Okay, and so I hit submit. What I love about this landing page is it doesn't ask for a lot of information. There's 3 screens. So we're on the final screen, the 3rd screen. It says, final step, and we'll let you go. Let us know a little bit more about you and your home. Well, my first name is Glenn, and my last name is Marino. And the best phone number is going to be this 630-788-7859. And from there, what should I know to better value your home? I live on a ½ acre of property. My basement is fully finished. We just remodeled the kitchen. So whatever you can say basement recently finished. This is again information that they're giving to you, the realtor, because when they hit submit, there's a thank you for your inquiry. We'll be sure to reach out to you as soon as possible. You now, the realtor, have got their name, their email, their phone number, and it's buzzing you in your phone right now, and it's emailing to you, telling you, hey, contact this person. They want to know what their home is worth. You have all the tools you need right there in the MLS to do a proper CMA. You're going to do a comparative market analysis for that person. You've got all their information. I would pick up the phone. I'd say, hi, this is Sabina, and I am with HomeSmart Realty, and I just noticed that you're interested in knowing what your home is worth. I am the person that can do that for you. I wanted to personalize this for you. It is 10:30 in the morning, and by noon, I will have that over to you. Let me just double check. Your email is blah, blah, blah. Your cell phone number, obviously I'm calling you, so I've got the right cell phone number. I will have it to you by noontime. And then what you might want to do is have, one last conversation with them, or you can have this conversation when you send it to them, because you're going to say, did you receive it? Come noon. And they're going to say, oh yeah, I got it. Thank you so much. My house is worth $700,000. That's fantastic. You're going to ask them, can you tell me, why did you want to know what your home is worth? I can only give you one of 2 answers. Well, I was just curious. I've seen that real estate values have gone up. I'd like to kind of know what my home is worth. Or they're going to say, you know what, we're thinking of selling within the next 6 months. And you can ask that question. Are you thinking of selling in the next 3, 6, 9, or 12 months? And you can see what kind of response you get. For those that say, I'm thinking of selling within the next 6 months, you say, may I have a listing presentation meeting with you? May I have a meeting with you such that we can look at the exterior and interior of the home to make sure that it shows the best? I'd like to bring, I'd like to come in at that point in time, you're going to bring with you the killer listing presentation that we're going to talk about at the next class. For those that are curious, you're going to be putting them onto a lead sheet. In fact, all of them, those that are selling within the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months, they're going on that lead sheet of yours, as well as everybody who is curious. because everybody who's curious eventually thinks of selling. And what you're going to do is every quarter, you're going to be picking up the phone and you're going to be calling all those curious people saying, hey, it's Sabina. I gave you a market analysis about 90 days ago. I'm in the process of updating your value. I'll be sending that to you by noon today. But by the way, are you still not in the market, or are you thinking of selling in the next 30, 60, 3, 6, 9, 12 months? And you can wait for their answer. But you've got already you have a warm lead there. You got someone who appreciates you, someone who you've given value to, and don't just stop giving it value once. Continue to talk to those people. Continue to give them updates as you know, values change up and down. Okay, cool. Enough said about that. So let's now build the door hanger. So let's go back here to the door hanger. And what I'm going to do is let's take one of Jake Kiltz's other properties and let's build this from scratch. Okay. So we got the door hanger. Thinking of selling, check out why sellers are listing with me. This could be your home. You're not going to change that. By the way, I'm sending this to you as is. So again, you don't have to build the other parts of this template. This will all be there. Check out the seller's property website. All right. So we know that we're going to go away from, we're going to create the one that we just created in agent marketing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to agent marketing. And we're going to go to properties. Okay, in properties, you see where it says Rosenweed Lane. That was the one that is on there right now. That's the one you're going to receive. But let's do Millwood Drive. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get the URL for Millview Drive. So I'm going to click on it. And when I click on it, it opens up the property website. It does try to capture my name, my email, and phone number. I like this. If I had this in Facebook, I'd want this possibly to capture people who are looking to look at my property. Again, that's a separate class. I'm not going to go through it as to why people would want to click to see the virtual tour or see the pictures, etc. But right now I'm going to just say no thank you, because all I want is the URL. So I'm going to copy it. With that, I'm going to go back over here to my door hanger, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste. And now I've got Millview Drive. Pretty easy. Okay, then it says see the virtual tour and pictures. It says text. Well, that's not the text that I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go once again back over to Jake's properties. And it says right here on the page on his properties, here is the text number. It says it is 3595293. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the door hanger. And I'm going to take out what's between the quote marks. And I'm going to put in 3595293. Pretty easy. Okay, let me show you how you put your picture in here. Because again, when you create your own agent marketing account, it's going to ask you to upload your picture and your address of your office, etc., and your email. Okay, so let's now how can we put your picture? So let's go to back to Jake, assuming that this is your agent marketing account. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to the property website itself. Remember, we saw photo gallery, virtual tour, all this great information. Go to brochures. And under brochure, there's going to be your contact information right down here. What I use free of charge is something called TechSmith Capture. So please write this down. I'll put it on the I'll put it on the agenda so that you guys can have it, but it's free, doesn't cost you anything, and it captures anything on your screen. So when I click this TechSmith, in fact, I'll delete this because I was playing with it. Let's close that preview. So this is what you get. You get this little red button called capture. So I'm going to click it, and it gives you crosshairs. I'm going to capture Jake's contact information. And typically I go out, an inch or so away from the last verbiage. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. So with that, then I'm going to capture a picture, click the camera, and I say copy it. So I'm going to hit copy. I'm going to go back over here to my door hanger. And again, you want to replace Jake with your picture. So you're going to click inside the picture here, and you see the little, it's showing that we're only going to be working with everything within these sizers. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste. And there is Jake Kilt, or your new picture. Notice it's a different picture. That's why I wanted to use this, to show you that it's so easy for you to upload your picture, your contact information right off of a flyer. Not hard to do at all. Okay, so now we need a picture of the front of the house. Okay, well, we've got a photo gallery, don't we? So let's go back. Let's go back to the property website itself. And under gallery, photo gallery, I typically take the first picture, which is the front of the house. And what I will do there is I will right click it. I will copy the image. I will go back over here to my door hanger. And I'm going to paste it. Initially, it's going to paste very large. So let's paste it. Okay. Then I click, I left click inside, and I get the sizers again, these little squares in the corner. And I start to shrink the picture. I put my cursor in the left corner and I drag, and I drag, and I drag, and it's starting to come into view. And I drag some more. And I've dragged too much, so go ahead to this corner and bring it back out. Okay, and it looks like we've got ourselves a beautiful picture of the front of the house. Now what we can do is, again, you can see that the sizers are down here into this section. I can, if I want, grab this sizer in the middle here and drag it up if I so desire. Okay. Next, give your home great exposure. All this remains the same. I'm going to give you a 3D virtual tour. Again, you can go to Virtuance, you can go to all sorts of people. Once you get the listing, you can go from the virtual tour that Agent Marketing created, and you can replace that with a Virtuance 3D virtual tour that you can put inside the MLS, you can put it inside Agent Marketing, you can put it in a lot of different places. Your home's open house will be widely out. You want to know what your home is worth? All right. Well, again, what we're doing here is we're going to copy and paste in your landing page that is inside Agent Marketing as to what your home is worth. So again, let's go over here to the property websites. We said that the landing page is under personal websites. On the right-hand side, we scroll down to pre-built sites. So let's go see my pre-built sites. And it's under CMA reports. And we said we want to call it the marketing analysis report. So you click it. And there is the URL in the upper corner. Copy it And you're going to go back over here to your door hanger, and you're going to paste it. It happens to be the same one that I have in there, so it's not going to look like there's any real change. Or just scan this code. Again, you can delete it. You don't have to use it. But again, kind of a cool thing. I'll show you what I do, and so that you guys can do the same thing. If you want to create a QR code for anything, and it's going to be in your agenda. I tell you where this is to be found. It's called www.qrstuff.com. So let's go to qrstuff.com. Okay, I'm at qrstuff.com. And when I get there, it says, what do you want to create? Where do you want to send people when they scan the QR code? And so it says, do you want to do a website URL, a social link, a phone number? Where do you want to take them? Do an email address? I want to do a website. I want them to go to the landing page that we just saw about know what your home is worth. Since I've copied it, it's still in on my temp storage. So I'm going to paste it in there, and it says jkiltz market analysis.report. And when I do that, it creates, because it said insert your URL in here, I did. And when you click, when you click create, because again, down here, you go to the next step. It's going to ask you, you can style it, you can do so much more, you can color it, which you don't really need to do. But what you want to do is you want to copy this QR code. So you can print it. Again, you can download it. You can print it. You can send it as an email. So again, what I do typically is I will download it as a JPEG. And then what I do is I will then copy it and paste it in. So again, if I download it, comes down here into my tray as a download. I'll open it up. And now with our TechSmith capture, I will use the crosshairs. I will copy it. I will then go back over here and I will highlight this. Notice this is here. It's already in your template I'm sending you. All you have to do is left click in there. You get all these sizers, right click and paste it in there. And now you have your QR code in there. So now you got one side finished. How do you do the other side? Very easily. You got all you need on the left side. So come over here, copy this. Come over here and let's paste it in. Very cool. The virtual tour code, backspace it out, put in the 359-5293. Okay, we've got Jake Kilt's picture right here. This will be your picture. Copy it. Come over here, left click, get the sizers to show up, and paste. Boom, your picture's now there. All right, you got a picture on the left side. Get the sizers to show up, right click it, copy it. Come over here to the right side, click, and paste. Boom. And once again, if all you have to do is copy the landing page link and paste it in over here on the right side. And you would do the same thing on the QR code. You would copy it and you would paste it here and you're done. It's now go get a cup of coffee. Now really go to the printer and ask them to print you up 500, however many you want. But you could do, let's say your streets are numbered 5th Avenue, 6th Avenue, 7th Avenue. This afternoon, after you get back from the printer, take 200 off of your 1,000 that you had printed and do 5th Avenue. Do 100 on one side, cross over the street, do 100 coming back. If you do it on a Saturday or a Sunday, where you're handing out these door hangers, you just might catch people outside and you can introduce yourself as the wonderful go-to realtor, asking them to check out your property website, your text code for what you do as a realtor to help market their home should they be in the marketplace to be selling their home. They might just have a conversation with you if they're thinking about selling. You can even ask them, are you thinking about selling? Well, no, not now. Well, great. At the bottom there, I have a link. If you'd like to know what your home is worth, please feel free to either scan the code at the bottom with your phone, because some people don't want to go to the computer and type into their browser, your landing page at the bottom here. But if they got their phone in their hand, they can scan that and boom, it'll go right to, do you know what your home is worth? Pretty nice. And again, where are you going with these leads? Everyone who says they're curious goes into a lead sheet. Everyone who says that they're thinking of selling in the next three months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, they're going into a lead sheet. You're setting up appointments to do a killer listing presentation, which again, if you don't show up for the next class, at least go then to the gmarino.valuedlender site and look at class number 1, the killer listing presentation. The only thing I don't think I've shown you is how to open up your free agent marketing account. That is your homework from this class. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go to that Glen Marino site. We are under here, under the recorded realtor marketing classes for the classes. Right next to it says open up your free agent marketing account. I'm clicking on it. It says open up your free agent marketing account. And if you notice, when you go all the way down, it says create an account. You click it and you start following the prompts. What's your name? What's your email? What's your company name? And as you go through it, you'll be able to follow the prompts. If you run into any problem, you can always contact me or you can contact agent marketing. Their phone number is typically, let me make sure that they're still showing up there. Let's go to their property website. Let's go to properties. Yeah, they're no longer using their phone number. They're using the help guide. It has been 949-328-5050, 949-328-5050. They used to print it up, or here's where they've got it now. Let me get this out of your way for a little bit. They've got this support help at agentmarketing.com. If you say, please call me as I need help on creating a property website, or I need help in automating my listings. When they go into the MLS, I want them to be automated. I'd like some additional help with that. They will call you back. Just make sure that your name, your phone number, your email is there, and they will call you back. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm looking forward to seeing if you would implement this, create templates. Again, it's going to be the Avery label 16150s. I'm just going back over here to the agenda. We showed you how to get to open up the free agent marketing account. You're going to upload one of your listings or that of another agent. You can view class number 1 to show how to do it manually. You can auto create it when you put a listing into the MLS. You'll use the options tab and the gear setting tab to set it up automatically, or you'll hire a virtual assistant for $35 a month from Agent Marketing, and they'll create all the property websites you want. They'll create all the property websites for the expired class, for the FSBO class. We checked out the property website we just created in the text code. Check out the landing page. What is your home worth? We went through that. We've got the door hanger with the QR code. The Avery template is the 16150. The QR code creator is qrstuff.com. Print 500, 2 to a page gives you 1,000. Walk the neighborhood with the dog and a cup of coffee. Keep track of everyone that wants to know what their home is worth. Ask why they wanted to know the value of their home. Are they just curious or thinking of selling? Follow up quarterly with everyone that was curious and give them an updated value. And for those that are thinking of selling, present your killer listing presentation, which will be next class. Any questions? Stop sharing. Let's see if there's anything in the chat. Thank you, Glenn. Will you email this to us? Absolutely. I will email the agenda. I will email the recording of this class, and I'll add a few things like where you can go to automate this if you decide that you're going to put it into, if you want to automate property websites by using when you enter when you enter a listing into the MLS. So yes, you'll get all this in the email from me, later today or tomorrow at the latest. Any other questions? Sabina, I look forward to talking with you some more. You're down in Florida, I'm down there. It'll be great to be talking with you down there. Anybody else have any questions? If not, you've been great. You guys have a wonderful day and happy marketing. Go get them. Have a great day.